Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually going to be focused on my favorite thing ever, and that is eyebrows. I just bought the Anastasia Brow Freeze and I wanted to give it a shot. So if you want to see how I like it and if I like it and if it was easy to use, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm just going to be doing a super simple look, but the main star of this show is the Anastasia Brow Freeze. I really want to see if this stuff works. So first thing I did, I just put a little bit of chapstick on my lips. It's the Aquaphor Lip Repair. Daytime, which this is what it's going to be for, I use the Kiehls Ultra Facial Moisturizer with sunscreen in it. So if you don't already know, like, sunscreen is a must. That is like the best thing to wear every single day, even around the house, running errands, not running errands, there's sun out, there's shade out, it's raining, I don't care. Put some damn sunscreen on because that is going to be the anti-aging secret. So I always use this, and then obviously if it's like really sunny out, I will layer it with another sunscreen. I just get in there. What I love about this moisturizer is that it kind of like doubles as a primer because it's really hydrating, but it's also like kind of sticky. So you can kind of get both out of it, especially if you're just kind of doing something super simple. This is a go-to. I wouldn't recommend this for nighttime just because anything with sunscreen at night does give a little bit of a flashback in photography. Okay, so I am doing like a simple face, but that's because, again, I'm really here for the Anastasia Brow Freeze. My day-to-day routine is super simple. I'm pretty sure I've already done it on this channel, but I'm just gonna do it again because I really wanna see if these brows look good with it. So I will be using the BareMinerals Bareskin concealer in shade medium. Especially with quarantine, I barely ever use foundation, and so I use this stuff everywhere. I will like do a lot of like spot concealing, especially with like Maskne, which by the way, I have one of the best freaking routines for how to clear up acne. I follow this woman on Instagram. Her thing is like noise skincare. Freaking phenomenal. Everything that she's suggested I've bought, from like the gua sha to the reflexology tools, the tea to the oil to everything. So I definitely want to do a video on that here so I can show you guys what I bought and how much it's changed my skin. I have like before and afters, and spots right here are nothing compared to what I used to have. So what I do is I just kind of like conceal those. And I go right here because I noticed that whenever I shave my face, I do tend to break out right there, and I was told that it's because the hair follicles getting stuck underneath, and so I have made an appointment to get hair laser because I'm over it. And I take my damp beauty blender, and this is a very hydrating concealer, I will say, so I love that because my under eyes do tend to get really dry. But I will leave like the concealer under my eyes a little bit longer than anywhere else so that it can really grasp it and really conceal the dark circles. And then over here, I just kind of pounce and just kind of blend it into my skin. It's a super, look it, all gone. Like, what spots? I swear, this stuff is magic and it's so hydrating. So now I'm just gonna go underneath the eyes and blend that out and really just pounce it into place. So what I love about this routine with the Kiehls and this concealer is that it gives me like a dewy finish, and it still gives me a little bit of coverage, so it's perfect for like an everyday routine, really. So now that that's done, I set my face like just a little bit, and I still use the same setting powder. It's the Hourglass Veiled Translucent Setting Powder. I love this stuff. It's great for dry skin like me. And then I use this Morphe M501 brush. It's actually like it used to be like a highlighter brush for me, but I started using it for my powder because I don't really like too much powder. And I really just get like underneath my eyes bright. To really set under there. And then I will do like a little bit up here, a little bit over my eyelids, and on my chin and around my nose, and that's it. Like, so minimal, but it's honestly just enough so that I look dewy without looking greasy, because the Kiehls, it is very, very dewy, and so is the concealer, and occasionally it can look a little greasy. So you want to make sure that you set just like certain areas to kind of get like the perfect glow. I haven't really experimented with too much like new makeup. That's why I'm so freaking excited for this brow freeze, because I just want like something new to like get me hyped up. Anyways, I'm using the Marc Jacobs Tantalize bronzer, like I've been using for a very long time. Like, look at how much I've had this for so long, and I just now hit pan, and I use this every single day. I'm using the Jeffree Star JS2 brush. Really, with that bronzer, I just want like a dewy, bronzy look. It's like an everyday look, right? So that brush kind of gives me like an airbrush look like I want. And then I go in with the Morphe M504. I go into that same bronzer, tap off the excess, and then I just go into the crease of my eye, and I really am doing this so that everything can kind of blend in together. So do you see the difference? Like, when one eye is bronzed with the same, it's like a very monochromatic look throughout. Especially for like a quick look, this is the go-to. Just use the same color that you used on your face. I also like to take the same brush, just like super quick, and just do the tip of my nose and the sides of my nose. Okay, so then I will just take my beauty blender and just go over everything again. Okay, low key, I really want to just like go ahead and start the brow freeze because I'm so excited to see if it works on me. So should I do that first? Yeah, fuck it, we're gonna do it. I read about this brow freeze. The reviews are amazing, and I also read the instructions, and it was saying that you just take a little bit, on a spoolie, and then you put like the excess on the lid. This is what it looks like. And I played with it a little bit. So that's why you see those little marks. I read that you have to take your spoolie and dip it in excess and just kind of like put it onto the lid. Really get it in there. And then brush up. I'm kind of nervous. I'm trying to make sure you guys see it as well. Oh, bitch. The thing about me and my brows is like, my brows are so hairy that I could look like a Wolverine in like 2 seconds. Does it look good, or does it look like a Wolverine? I don't know. So what I am gonna do is I'm just gonna take like the top and just like really, really lightly like push those hairs down so that it doesn't look too crazy. Let's just see the comparison. Does it look good? I don't know. Like, dang, they do look really fluffy. I mean, obviously I'm gonna fill them in. Do I look like a model? I'm going in on the other eyebrow. So take a good look. Which one do you like more? That's a trick question because this is the best one. So literally, I'm just brushing it up until the hair starts to like stick that way, because it's taking a little bit of time for it to like actually stick up. But I think that's just because my hair is not used to it. The only other thing too is like the shape of my eyebrow is arched, and this kind of screws that up, but it's okay. We're gonna figure it out. Oh my gosh, that looks crazy. Okay, I might have put a little bit too much on the spoolie this time because my eyebrows look laid. Hold on, let me just like, you know what? If this one's fucked up, this other one's gonna be fucked up too, because you guys are sisters and you have to experience everything together. So we're gonna leave that. I also read that you like have to close this super tight, so just make sure, because it will dry out and then it'll be a waste. I'll be taking the Anastasia Brow Definer in medium brown. Dang, okay, so I think I put a little bit too much because it kind of looks like it's, what's the word? Like it almost looks like a gel. It almost looks like kind of crispy looking. So I highly recommend you start less is more. I kind of screwed up. What I'm gonna do is actually fill in like the bottom a little more, and so that it gives like the top a more bushy feel. So I had a second to like actually look at it, and I really like it. I really like it. I have to get used to it. I never had my eyebrows be like fluffy like this and brushed up, so it's gonna take some getting used to. Like I got a little too excited, I'm not gonna lie. I was super excited to try this stuff, and I might have put a little bit too much, but next time I'm gonna do better. And I think that the more I do it, the better my eyebrows will sit. Kind of reminds me of when I was younger. I actually used to take a spoolie and like spray hairspray on it and then brush through my eyebrows and my baby hair, which I will probably use this for that too. This looks like my regular brows in a way, but they're a little more brushed up. And then obviously the more I do it, the more I will get used to it. My eyes will get used to it, and then I can like go full bush. You know what I mean. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the next thing I'm doing is I'm gonna use this blush that's in my makeup bag. It's the Luminoso from the drugstore. I love this. It's like a very peachy undertone. I will actually give you guys a swatch. I know people have used this for so long. Can you see that? And what I've been doing lately is really bringing my blush up. So I don't start like here, I start here underneath my eye, and I just kind of go up and I pat. The next thing I'm actually gonna do is go in with just like a tiny bit of eyeliner, and that's just to kind of give my eyes like a almond shape. I've done it for so long is I take this Marc Jacobs, what is the color? Earthquake eyeliner, and it's like a brown. Doing like a thicker swatch so you can see it. So I take a M432 brush from Morphe. It's like a flat-edged brush. And just kind of like grab a little bit of the product onto the bristles. And from there, I just kind of guide it like I would. I just kind of like form a wing. Super light wing, but it just kind of accentuates my eye shape a little more. Like, do you see the difference between the eyes? Mm-hmm. Okay, next up is curling the lashes. It's a must. I do it no matter what I'm doing in my life, because you do not understand the difference that curling my lashes makes for my eyes. Like if I wake up in the morning, I curl my lashes. I brush my teeth, I brush my eyebrows, and I curl my lashes. That's it. I don't know if you guys saw my last video. I love getting like sample size mascaras. I feel like they dry out less quickly, obviously, because you're using them up quicker. I like to go between like 2, 3, 4 different mascaras depending on what I want. The Lancome Big is the New Black. It's the Monsieur Big. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, I like this one a lot. Super thick. Just kind of take the excess product off, because when my eyelashes get too clumpy, I'm not a huge fan of that. I will take a another sample, which is the Lancome Dèfinicils. I don't freaking know, but it has like the thinnest brush, and it just like really, I don't know what it is. It's like spiky. It gets into those lashes and it like really separates your lash. So when it's like clumpy like this, I like to go in and just separate it. And this I think gives a lot of like length. So honestly, sometimes it's better to use this first and then use the other one so that you can get the length of the lash and then add the volume. And that trick really works, like to double up mascaras that have different purposes. It really works. That is the finished look. Again, this look was really focused on the eyebrows, and I really, really do love this brow freeze. I'm gonna continue to use it and try to get better at it. Definitely gonna be using it more lighter hand for sure on the next round. But this was a win for me. It really reminds me of when I was a kid and I would just use hairspray on my eyebrows and they would just stick. So thank you for watching, and I hope this video was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you want to see next and I will happily do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.